Support your locals, starting with Space Smoke Shop, located on 125 East Pennington Street, Tucson, Arizona.
Space Smoke Shop features local glass, cheap tobacco, and any drink you can think of. They're also a hookah lounge and a venue. Like them on Facebook to keep up with shows, details, and new products.
Every second and fourth Tuesday is Punk Rock Tuesday at Space Smoke Shop, 125 East Pennington Street, downtown Tucson, Arizona. Be sure to tell them you heard about them on the GMR Podcast.
GMR. You're listening to the GMR Podcast. You can hear my show on Stitcher. Stitcher is radio on demand. Download the free app today. Listen anytime, anywhere.
Create custom playlists. Rate and review my show on Stitcher. And over 4 million car dashboards.
On demand and on the go. No downloading, no syncing, no wasted memory. Stream your favorite podcasts. Don't have Stitcher? Download it free today at Stitcher.com or in the App Store.
Wow, wow, wow. 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 Wow, wow, wow.
It's the GMR Podcast, show 69.
That's crazy.
I'm Marty Catola.
And I'm the other guy who's not Ray Daniel.
That's right. 6 weeks to ComiCon. Amazing. That means it's time to really start planning.
6 weeks. Shit. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready either. I have the tickets. I have the tickets for the Kevin Smith events. But as far as Costco run, still a little too early to do that.
Oh, where do we put it for 6 weeks?
Exactly.
We haven't even discussed what kind of shit we're gonna bring with us.
That's true. Kind of like last year, but better.
Candy.
I think. Yeah.
Lots of candy.
Things that won't go stale as quickly, perhaps.
Hard candy.
Yeah, there you go.
Cookies.
Well, yeah. Might have to just bring some cookies after all.
A pound of cookies.
Get a pound of them.
At least a pound.
At least.
I'm saying maybe a couple pounds. Because it kept me alive for a while.
Wow. Show 69.
Oh, that's crazy,
That is.
I would have thought we'd ever got here.
Hello to all of our new Facebook followers out there.
How many Facebook followers do we have, Marty?
Oh, somewhere around 20. But we did just start the site maybe a week or so ago. 2 weeks ago.
Where's Ray?
Where is Ray? Ray is hopefully studying. It's probably towards the end of the semester, I would guess.
Oh, yeah, like the end of the school year.
So he's probably cramming for all that, and then he'll be free to go to Comic-Con because that'll all be over with by then.
That's right. Comic-Con's a week later, so
yeah,
that makes it easier for kids to go to. I guess it comes at a really good time for kids, although what kids are going to school anyway on the weekend?
That's true. Usually they have it on Memorial Day weekend, right? But this time they didn't.
The Phoenix one. Yeah.
So I have that requested off for next year already.
What?
The Memorial Day weekend.
Just in case. You'll have enough time to switch it.
Yeah.
If you find out
if it's a week later or whatnot, but got to be proactive about that stuff. Speaking of being proactive, Robert sent another 4 episodes. We haven't even shown the last 4 episodes.
That's crazy.
But it's great to have a backlog. It was about his Denver, Colorado trip. Haven't watched it yet, but I like to savor these things as they come in, you know.
Yeah, Robert's out of control, man. He's everywhere.
So that stuff will air around September or October. And how can that be? Well, I don't know if you heard the news, but apparently AccessTucson has been granted its money, or will be granted its money. The city council has agreed to give them a one-time payment that will keep them going for 6 more months, which will give them enough time to figure out just what the hell they're going to do with themselves. And knowing them, they probably already got a plan in motion of where they're going to move to or whatever, but...
You gotta have a backup plan.
So AccessTucson continues. That's probably the biggest news of the week as far as that stuff goes.
Flem was telling me that yesterday, so that's where I heard it first.
That they had gotten their funding?
No, that they were going to be open for a while now.
Yeah.
Beyond what? The 90 days? Was it 90 days?
Yeah. So we have a place to turn in these Robert episodes.
So instead of 90 days, they gave them 180 days or something like that. So they just doubled the time, basically.
Yeah.
Well, that's all sweet of them.
That means that one phone caller was right. It's not about killing the access. They just really want the building more than anything. So.
Well, if those plans, I don't know who drew up those plans that Kevin was showing.
Oh, yeah.
But that looked like somebody's put a lot of thought and effort into this.
They're going to wipe out everything.
Which is about time. I was really tired of downtown looking the way it's always looked. How about you? That alley could use some sprucing up. People are pissing all over it.
Yeah, but it's Tucson, you know. That reminds me of the other thing that I didn't write down that I was going to write down. Apparently Family Guy, I don't know which way you could look at it. They either don't like Tucson or they actually do like Tucson.
Oh, have you watched all these clips?
Well, I read about it and saw the little clip. Did you see the new episode?
I haven't seen the new episode, but I saw where they're talking about going to Tucson. He's taking a helicopter ride over Tucson. He's like, well, there's a parking lot. There's a, I don't know. There's another parking lot.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and say what it is because I'm sure it'll still be interesting to watch.
Oh, yeah, you ain't going to spoil anything for me. Or the listeners.
Peter's been going on these business trips and he's getting too smart and the family's worried about him. So they send him to Tucson.
To get his...
So he'll be dumb again.
So he evens out.
And it works. So Tucson saved Peter, basically, if you want to look at it that way. Or they're, you know, and then sometimes you look around and you go, I kind of understand where they're coming from, but you could point it at a lot of different cities.
Well, Arizona.
Some of the writers are graduated from the U of A. And apparently the U of A were protesting the Cleveland show at some point. I don't know if all this stuff are factors.
Oh, maybe that's probably it.
But
I didn't hear about that.
Essentially,
why was
Tucson
that
saved because they thought it was racist or something.
Oh.
It's a cartoon. So Tucson saved Peter. Apparently, is how I like to look at it, because he wouldn't be himself if it wasn't for us. He shows up at the airport and people are all slack-jawed, punching each other in the crotch and laughing.
Oh yeah, that happens every time I go to the airport. That's funny, dude.
So they had to dumb him down.
I think people think Arizona's got a pretty bad rep. You know, as far as the country's concerned, we're considered the backwoods of the West, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, since we lost our film incentive here, the tax incentive, Hollywood ignores this place. But they used to come here all the time and shoot their stuff here. They weren't talking shit about us then. Now they skip us over for New Mexico and they just talk shit about us.
Yeah, back in the old days, you would just hear Tucson mentioned like, oh, I was down in Tucson. You know, like it was just, that's where I came from sort of thing. And then there was Alice that took place in Phoenix.
Yeah.
That was the closest thing we ever had to a sitcom based in Arizona, as far as I can tell.
True.
The rest of them were probably cowboy shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of westerns. But yeah, we've somehow become the bastard child once again.
So Phoenix is probably considered the beacon of enlightenment or whatever, you know, as far as Arizona goes, and then Tucson.
Apparently they make fun of ASU as well.
Your next city down. I'm just saying, when you think about Tucson's probably got a bad rep across the country, or bad reputation.
Yeah. I'm going to shift gears a little bit into the Last thing I had written down.
Shit, I haven't written shit down for months. I still got shit written down in my... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Because I can't forget it.
I still got shit written down from last time that I was writing shit down, and I fucking stopped bringing my notebook for whatever reason. Maybe I lost it, and then I found it again. Anyway, it's chock full of stories. I got things if I ever bring it. Maybe we could record these stories on the side as filler. Just
side stories.
And then you could just edit them together and make extra shows.
I can't make it this week. Just cut in the lines of me and interact with it.
Put that story in there about when I was in junior high. It's a good one. Anecdotes. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
It don't sound right.
It don't look right to me.
So, go.
You like it, you eat it. Apparently, Joel Hodgson wants to start up Mystery Science Theater again with a new host and a new, like a reboot.
Yeah.
Cameos from old cast members, but do it online. And a lot of people are freaking out, like, no, and some people are like, oh, this is cool. I'm thinking, well, it's like Saturday Night Live. I think it's a good format, and it should continue with a different host every couple of years. See what other people can do with it.
Maybe it could be more like what they were trying to do with the sci-fi episodes. Make it like a linear story. Mm-hmm. Instead of just random shit every week. Hey, look what I made.
Kind of sky's the limit,
Well, I think it's cool. I bet you're excited about it.
Yeah, I think that would be good. Then there'll be people online going, then these new episodes are my favorite episodes, and it won't be the Comedy Central versus Sci-Fi channel anymore. It'll be like, what? How can that be your favorite episode? They just made that one. I think that could be interesting. And it makes sense, because they had that Turkey Day Marathon last November. Repeats are going to start coming back on.
That was pretty popular, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There were lots of people logged on.
Rousdower drinking game.
That shit was trending, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Rousdower.
I think it's more popular now than 20 years ago when it was just this oddity on cable television, which I just assumed everybody in the country had that channel. No, us in Tucson. Is that even a correct sentence? Us in Tucson. That's why they say you're stupid.
Hey, you guys is... Yeah, you think the Star Trek...
We just have our own slang here.
It makes it sound stupid.
Us in Tucson.
I think
we had Comedy Central before a lot of other people did around the rest of the country. So.
I always figured it was the sun, right? The sun just bakes our brains.
Well, it's so hot, it's like having two suns.
That is a dry heat.
And we don't even know how to spell two suns correctly. We got a C in there.
Well, I think that's, Native American or something like that.
Oh, in some parallel dimension, Tubac is Tucson.
Ah, the real state capital. Tubac, Arizona.
And everybody has goatees and evil laughs.
You really want to feel like you're in Arizona? Go to...
You really like chimichangas.
What the hell is that? OK Corral thing. Tombstone. Just like the movie.
There a few times.
It's still just like the fucking movie. They got people walking around there, little kids buying apples. At least that's what I saw.
See, they don't renovate Tombstone. They don't need to renovate Tucson either. People come here because they want it to seem like it was 30 or 40 years ago. Maybe the Family Guy thing will keep people out of Arizona.
Yeah, I
no,
think,
don't go there. They're idiots.
I think our legislature is doing that.
Remember the Circle K bumper sticker? Welcome to Arizona.
And they just tried to pass a law that would have made it legal for people to refuse service to homosexuals or people that they didn't agree with their beliefs.
Yeah, that's right.
That really made us look good again, right?
No wonder the bottom part of the state wanted to secede from the top part of the state.
It all used to be Mexico.
Podcast listeners, we're from the very bottom part of Arizona. That top part of Arizona, I don't even know what goes on up there. It might as well be a different state.
A bunch of Republicans up there, down in this little part. not so much. It's amazing that we the only reason I think that they didn't pass that law, or the governor vetoed it, besides the fact you'd be able to say, well, I don't want Muslims in here, I don't like black people in here, I don't want to serve Mexicans, or whatever. It opens up a whole gateway for discrimination. But they wanted the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get, and they were going to boycott the Super Bowl. So, veto. Although I'm pretty sure people down here, if they put it to a vote, I don't think there are enough nut jobs that would actually vote to pass that law.
No. Golden power of veto.
That's perfect lead into my Judas Priest rant. Alright, so Judas Priest songs. I didn't realize this, but now looking back, it seems like there's a lot of gay themes here. Like, let's say Jawbreaker. You ever listen to that song? What the fuck's he talking about, Jawbreaker? I think he's talking about a big dick in his mouth. That's what I think. Rock Hard, Ride Free. What's that about? Come on, guys. Give me a break. Love Bites? Eat Me Alive? Come on, that's just a few examples. And then there's like, Turn On Your Light. I don't even know what the fuck that's about. Anyway, so that didn't take nearly as long as I thought. Maybe you'd get it on that. What do you think, Marty?
Well, I think you're onto something.
I mean, they're good songs. They kick ass, but there's just a underlying theme. I think I realized back then, I had heard Rob Halford was gay, but I didn't give a shit. It didn't matter. The song still kicked ass. I didn't even put two and two together that, hey, maybe this song is about sucking a dick. Jawbreaker. But thinking about it, I'm like, wow, that song's about sucking dick. So there, that's my story. That's my anecdote. I didn't write any of that down. I should have. Maybe it'd have been a better rant. So you just think I'm onto something. There may be some validity to that theory.
Well, let's get Ray to chime in on that.
Oh yeah, I wish Ray were here. I bet he'd have some thoughts.
We'll go back into the Iron Maiden rant from a few weeks ago.
Oh, I could fucking do some Iron Maiden. You guys are totally wrong about that being one of the best albums.
About what being one of the best albums?
Seventh Son of a Seventh Son.
Did we say that?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to have to retract that statement.
You guys were loving that.
I mean, I used to listen to it, but I knew it wasn't one of the best.
Ray said it was the best album. Now, Ray's crazy. Let's remember that.
That is true.
But that's not... Let's see if I can find one song off there that I think is just off the top of my head. Can I Play With Madness, I guess is
Well, that was
cool.
the big hit single.
You know what is fucking awful? The Seventh Son of a Seventh Son? Fucking horrible. The Clairvoyant? These guys are just digging at this point. They'd already gone...
They had a video for that one.
They peaked. I would say Power Slaves.
I liked that one.
Number of the Beast.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And Peace of Mind.
Oh, yeah, you can't argue with that.
Peace of Mind might be the best one. And it's got that song about... Dune. The Dune books. And like the movie.
Yeah, they write a lot of songs about books.
They made that song actually really fucking cool. And it's really fucking weird, all the fucking words they gotta use, but it fucking way cooler than the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Fuck, I don't know what the hell they were thinking at that point. I got off the train at that point. I was like, no thank you, sir. And then I was still up somewhere in time, but there's not really that many good songs on Somewhere in Time. I just remember
Wasted Years.
Yeah.
And I know Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner is another song based on a novel.
Yeah. That's not really nearly as catchy as that Dune song. Alexander the Great.
Of course, that had Flight of Icarus and
What did?
Run to the Hills and Peace of Mind.
Oh yeah, Peace of Mind. Where Eagles Dare, Revelation, Die with Your Boots On, Quest for Fire.
Yeah.
Did you mention Flight of Icarus?
Yes.
Still Life, where he's talking about looking in the pool and fucking he keeps drawing. He wants to jump into the pool and he wants you to come with him.
That's like Lord of the Rings.
That is crazy Lord of the Rings shit.
When Frodo's staring into that pool and he falls into it.
I've been trying to... So far I haven't succeeded in watching The Desolation of Smog yet.
Now out on video.
I've gotten like halfway, not even halfway, maybe 10 minutes into it. I'm just like, okay.
Mm-hmm. I did enjoy that Thor sequel.
No, it was alright.
I liked where the hammer kept trying to catch up with him, but he kept going through different dimensions, so it took a while, but then...
It was better than the first one, I think. Because the first one, you had to lay out the whole origin and why he's here and what the fuck's happening.
Podcast where you can't hear me nodding my head yes.
He is nodding his head, folks. He is totally nodding his head.
It's years of being on video, you expect there to be a picture.
You're just sitting there next to that guy, agreeing with him, just quietly agreeing with him.
And I still haven't seen The Wolverine.
Oh, I haven't seen that one either.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
I haven't seen the first Wolverine.
The Origins?
Yeah.
That one wasn't very good.
That's what I heard.
I mean, I had to struggle to pay attention to it.
I saw a bootleg copy of it.
Oh, that was the one that came out in bootleg with the unfinished special effects of the ending.
And I was like, fuck, I don't want to... This is ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a big
Why
deal.
would I want
a
to
few
watch
years
that?
back. Yeah.
If I'm going to watch a movie, I'd rather see...
Apparently you get to the end and they're just stick figures fighting because the special effects aren't done.
Nice. I guess that's a collector's edition.
Yeah. We'll be seeing that on sale at the booth.
Yeah, we got to find a booth this year. God damn it.
I mean, really, the hunt for the Fantastic Four movie continues. Where is that thing?
I've heard some people say that it's their favorite Fantastic Four movie.
I could see that.
Which is not saying a lot, I guess, about the other movies.
And they're rebooting that again.
Well, it's about good. I would like to see them do Fantastic Four correctly, wouldn't you? I was not that happy with the way they fucking changed
I thought it was
all.
okay.
The whole origin story.
But,
They screwed up the whole origin story.
Cliff said he walked out of the first movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't think it was that bad. But then he went to go see the second one. I'm like, you go to see the second one and you walked out of the first?
Well, the second one was had the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, and Galactus has a cloud.
Yeah.
Now, if that company owns Galactus, that means Galactus isn't going to be involved in this whole Infinity Gauntlet thing. So they're going to have to rewrite that a little bit.
Galactus is never involved in the Infinity Gauntlet shit.
Oh, well, that's good then. I wasn't sure with all these, if you're bringing in the Collector, you're usually dealing with those handful of Elders of the Universe or whatever they're called.
If you control the Infinity Gauntlet, you could definitely fuck up Galactus. But no, Galactus, I've read almost all those stories. There's a couple of them. And at one point, I was buying all the side comic books, because you had to get all the Atom Warlocks, and you had to get all the you had to get everything, because everybody in the fucking universe is involved in the fucking story. And there's all these side plots. Remember when they had the Spider-Man with the doppelgangers? That came from that. Doppelganger. Am I saying it correctly? Doppelganger. Doppelgangers. See, that's why they think we're fucking idiots. We say things like, you guyses. Hey, you guyses, what are you doing? You don't think she went back to wherever she came from? She's like, these fucking idiots in Arizona say guyses.
Well, they probably deal with that type of stuff everywhere.
Hicks from all over the world.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you are.
Comic-Con you're at, you're going to find some fucking idiots.
I mean, just listen to the Wolfie interviews if you want proof of that.
That Chris Gore is going to be at Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. He's not on the listing yet, but that figures. Maybe we'll run into him again. I'll actually be able to say, Podcrash, Geek Time.
He's doing a comedy show as well up there.
Wow, everybody's doing comedy shows. Well, that's how you make your extra money on top of just what they pay you.
I wonder how much a Stan Lee gets paid just to show up.
It's got to be something nice.
Yeah. Like William Shatner. Just that money he was making off the autographs.
Yeah, and he was on the Stern Show saying, "Oh, that's not me. That's the venue that makes the charge that much. I don't set those prices." I don't think Takei believed him. And now it's time for the after show. And now it's time for the after show.
I bet your manager had something to do with it, you know? And I bet he's getting the bigger percentage of it.
Somebody's getting it.
That's probably how they pay his fee, right?
You know. So, I hope Stan Lee will be doing some sort of panel. And that way we can see him. Because otherwise they're going to have him like under that fucking tent where you got to pay the William Shatner money.
You don't think he's doing the... I thought he said he was doing the panel on Sunday morning.
He's only there on Sunday. They haven't announced, panels or just signings, but usually people do both. So that would be nice. He was there a few years ago and we missed it. Just like when Leonard Nimoy was there the first year we went and we had no idea there was an upstairs.
Well, we knew he was going to be there. We saw... He was on the cover, for God's sakes. We were like, somewhere Leonard Nimoy he's within a mile of us right now.
Somewhere.
But the floor was way too much. And then we started wandering the halls. We played that Jeopardy game. I think it was Jeopardy. Was it fucking Jeopardy? Yeah. Pretty exciting. Oh, I've drank too much Mio today. Got a little bit of anxiety. You ever get that? You drink too much caffeine, you get a little anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
GMR.
Podcasting. Network. Yeah, pretty soon we're going to expand and get some more podcasts. We just need more money. So you guys got to start buying our shit. That's what I think. That's a good pitch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's a great pitch. So, what was the time we were at?
Oh, I think we're about done.
We're about done? Well, that was a lackluster ending. I was hoping to go out on a bang.
Bang.
Woo! Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow.